Welcome to r/Choosingbeggars, where a poster on Reddit reveals that she's a full-blown Karen. On this next post, OP shares his login information on some kind of studying app with his friend, a choosing beggar. Hey, did you change the password? Hey, yeah, it keeps me logging out actually. I could not log in last night. It said some other devices were currently using this account. Oh, yeah, I logged in on my friend's phone as well. She's preparing for the exam as well. Oh, okay. So, what's the password? I'll be using the study materials during my leave this week, so maybe next week I can let you use my bookshelf app. Sorry. How am I supposed to study then? There's a Telegram group where you can get the older editions of the ebooks. It's the same thing. Also, you can find the official study material in your registration portal. Why don't you use those materials and let me have the prep class mats? This is not justified. You let me use it for 2 weeks and now, suddenly, you want to study specifically from the prep books? Huh? Well, for starters, I paid $450 for these study materials and videos. Secondly, you said that you just want to look over the materials to decide that if you like the materials or not. Most importantly, you shared the password with probably more than 6 people and committed screenshot violations on the website. Frowny face emoji. You or your friends have also made markdown comments on the study materials that are just plain wrong. Dude, there's no need to mansplain here. What? You probably get triple my salary. You don't have to be a dick about sharing a password. I'm single, living with my family. I had a breakup just a month back. It's not easy, you know, to afford $450 in a jiffy. Sorry, what? We do the same work on different teams. You're a year senior to me as well, so I don't know how my paycheck is triple yours. Sorry for your trouble, but I won't be sharing the password anymore to you or your friends. Well, of course. No point explaining to a misogynistic person who loves to mansplain. Because helping someone is so uncool, right? You're not going to pass the exam anyways, even after 20 attempts. Then the choosing beggar tries to call OP twice, but OP doesn't answer. Just F off. Can't even help a person in need, you bloody misogynistic pig. Then OP blocked the contact. Man, down in the comments, OP said, never in my life have I blocked so many numbers in the span of 24 hours. And OP shares a screenshot of it must be 15 different phone numbers that OP has blocked. I guess this choosing beggar probably used some sort of app to generate phone numbers and just spam him over and over and over trying to get the study materials. Our next Reddit post comes from r/Am I the Bad Guy? Am I the bad guy for wanting my son's classmate to draw him too because she drew the entire class? I'm a 41-year-old woman and I have 2 sons. This post is about my older son, who's 14. Recently, they took a class photo. One of the girls in his class likes drawing and decided to use the photo as a reference to draw. She drew the entire class, except for 4 to 5 people. She even drew the teachers. My son showed me the drawing on his phone and said that he was upset that he wasn't there, but said that he didn't mind it. I got upset that she didn't draw my son, so I decided to message her parents. I told them their daughter drew the entire class except my son. Her parents apologized and said they'll ask their daughter why. 2 days later, my son didn't get any apology or drawing from this girl. I decided to message her parents again, and it turns out they never told her anything about it. I got mad, so I decided instead of messaging the parents, I would message the girl. Ooh, yikes. Yikes. As soon as I messaged her asking why she didn't draw my son, she said that it took too long and she didn't have enough room. After she said that, she blocked me. I got even more frustrated, so I told my son to text her. Oh, geez. He said that he didn't want to, and that it would be embarrassing to ask for a drawing since she was probably mad at me. I said that was BS, and I went to their school the next day. I found the girl and asked her why she blocked me. Yo, what? I might have been the bad guy here. She didn't respond. She just looked me in the eyes. She seemed uninterested, so I got mad and demanded her to draw my son. My son saw me and called me insane. He told me that I'm overreacting. I told him not to take any BS like this from other people and asked the girl to draw him again. She told me to give her money if I wanted a drawing. I told her that she was stupid and that it took her a day to make a drawing of 30 people. She just asked me to leave and that she wasn't interested in drawing my son. I got furious and left. Before I left, I heard my son apologizing to the girl because I was acting like a complete psychopath. I called my husband and explained this to him. He said that I was immature to handle the situation like this and that it was her decision whether to draw him. Am I the bad guy? OP, are you the bad guy for literally bullying a 14-year-old girl while you're a 41-year-old woman? Yes! Why are you bullying children? Stalking? Is it also stalking? Stalking and bullying children? This feels illegal. This has to be illegal, right? Down in the comments, people are saying like, oh my god, this woman is so unhinged, this can't be real. And immediately, just to prove how messed up the world is, someone adds a link to a news article that says, mom facing charges after being accused of catfishing and harassing her own daughter. So yeah, if people are crazy enough to harass and bully their own daughter, then certainly there are people crazy enough to harass and bully other people's daughters. Anyways, since this was posted to r/am I the bad guy, I'm going to give OP 4 out of 5 bad guys because you're bullying children. Please stop bullying children. What is wrong with you? Hiring a foreign maid/cook. Hello, I am a 24-year-old male homeowner who has a very busy work schedule and doesn't have time to clean or cook after work. I already tried going down the stay-at-home girlfriend route, but I can't find one that knows how to cook and clean. American women. Ugh. So, I'm looking to hire a foreign maid/housekeeper/cook for a 1-year term, renewable, and pay them a fair wage. Fair for a foreign worker of $100 per week for about 20 to 25 hours of work. I'll provide free housing and free food. I don't want to use an agency because they charge ridiculous fees. Finding a person isn't the problem. I have a few that want to do this position. $100 a week, that comes out to $5,200 a year to be this guy's live-in. Do I have to say it? We all know what this is, right? It's a passionate hugging slave. Down in the comments, Agreeable Ad says exactly what I was thinking. I also have a feeling there might be a race fetish to this. 100%, man. I would bet my entire YouTube channel that this guy is some neck-bearded incel who's fantasizing about some submissive Asian girlfriend who will pick up his dirty underwear and give him daily pleasure sessions. Our next Reddit post is from Lazarus. I found a barbershop that's literally a 1-minute walk from my house. I can make an appointment online, walk in for say a 10:30 a.m. haircut, and be home at 10:55 a.m. It's cash only, $20. Every time I go in, I would give the lady $20 for a haircut and $5 for a tip. I would almost always have exact change. One time, I didn't have exact change, so I gave her a 20 and a 10 and asked her for $5 change, and she said, "Oh, okay," then looked down and then back up at me and said, "You said you don't need change, right?" "No, $5 back, please." "Oh." Yesterday, I go back in for a haircut, and I see the price has gone up to $23. No big deal. The price of everything is going up. That's life. So I gave her $30 and asked for $2 back so she can still get a $5 tip. Before giving me the money back, she says, "You see we raised our prices, right?" "Yeah." "Oh." Then she gives me back the $2. Unless tipping 20 to 25% on a 20-minute, $20 haircut is cheap of me, I don't know. But she sure did not seem happy with that tip. Down in the comments, we have this story from Miss Frizzle. I took my 8-year-old son to Sports Clips, and his haircut was $13. The screen had a how much tip screen, and the cheapest option was $7. The highest option was $11. You had to click on custom tip to enter anything less, including not leaving a tip, which wasn't an option on the screen. We were in and out in 10 minutes, and you want a 50% tip? Man, I feel like tipping culture is kind of getting out of control in America. Not only are expectations for tips going up, but also tips are moving into more and more industries, it feels like constantly. Like I was at a food place earlier where they had a self-serve thing where you get the food yourself, you pay for it yourself, and there's a tip option. Like, who am I tipping? I'm doing all the work. Our next post comes from r/am I the bad guy. Am I the bad guy for asking to be paid for 6 months of constant dog sitting? My sister Alice owns a flat with her husband and they have 2 dogs. Alice got a job abroad, so they're moving there. They don't know what they want to do with the 2 dogs yet. So their current plan is to move abroad and wait a few months to decide if they even like it there or if they want to come back home. If they like it there, they'll try to find a way to move the dogs there with them. But if it's not possible, they'll rehome the dogs in our country. I'm 21, still attending university, and I live with my mom. I really want to move out and live alone, but I can't afford it. My sister Alice made me an offer. I can live in their flat for free for 6 months. No rent, no utilities, but I have to take care of their dogs. I'll have to walk them for hours every day, take them to the vet, etc. My sister said that they'll pay for everything dog-related and will pay for doggy daycare for a few days during my exam periods or if I want to get a vacation. I like her offer. Her flat is much closer to my university, but taking care of 2 dogs is a lot of work. I think it's reasonable to want to be paid for the work that I do. If I didn't have to take care of the dogs, I could get a part-time job if I wanted to. So I feel like I should be reimbursed for that. Alice and our mom says that being allowed to live in her flat for free is already enough, and I'm being unreasonable and money hungry. When they told me this, I laughed at them and told my sister she could try to find another dog sitter then, and I know that I'm her best option. Now they're mad at me. Am I the bad guy? And then OP posted an update. Okay, I screwed up. I really thought that Alice didn't have any other options. My brother just told me that my sister is now talking to our cousin who lives 2 hours away, but wants to move to our city. They're even talking about possibly making this a long-term thing, and my cousin being allowed to stay after the free 6 months is up for reduced rent, only having to pay half of their mortgage, which would normally only rent him 1 room. Ugh, that update made my day. Our next Reddit post is from Seraphis. Oh God, speaking of weddings. So my mate's niece is getting married. The invite stated that everyone is required to come early to help set up the marquee and decorations. It's $360 per head to be there, and the men are required to then help break the marquee back down. Also, no one, especially the women, are allowed to wear overpowering scents because the bride doesn't want them competing with the flowers she's chosen. And no floral colors are allowed because it'll be distracting in photos, and once the cleanup has been done, everyone has to promptly leave. I am not kidding you. Yo, $360 to come to your wedding, and I have to do hard labor? What is this, a for-profit wedding? Our next Reddit post comes from rSlash The other day, when I was at a pretty crowded tea shop, I saw a lady and her 2 kids begging right in front of that tea shop. As I got my tea and samosa, this lady looks at me and does that "I want food" sign with her hands and makes a sad face and everything. I literally left my tea there and went and got a samosa for her to eat. I asked her to take it and eat, and she literally said arrogantly, "I want tea. I don't need your samosa. Buy me tea. Don't talk to me. I have a headache, so just buy me tea." What the F? I went to her kid and tried giving him the samosa, but the kid was like, "I don't want it. Buy me momos." Bruh, WTF? Down in the comments, we have this story from Dino AIDS. This lady asked me for food once. I told her, let's go into the restaurant and pick what you want. She said, "No, that place messes me up. I want Popeyes." This other dude was walking by talking on his phone, and right when he was walking past me, he said, "Wait a second," to the person on the phone, and then asked me for money. I said no, and he picked up his conversation again and continued walking. DC is wild. On this next post, a choosing beggar gets a $1,000 check from the government. Then she posts on Facebook, "Where is my effing government check? What the F will $1,000 do? Buy me ultra padded Charmin so my squeaky clean butt can stay nice and dry while I'm drowning in tears from effing boredom? Jesus effing Christ on a bike. The government can keep their loose change. It's time that my friends and family step up to the plate and offer me something that will carry me through this trying time. Please comment your donation amounts and whether you're paying me cash, check, Venmo, etc. No donations lower than $50 for ease of consolidation." Then someone replies, "I'll give you $350 cash. Call me at such and such number." Lol, you gave me a strip club's number. Yes, I did. Now you can apply there because that's how much strippers make a night. Go F yourself and shove a chewed wet corn on the cob up your butthole. Ironically, that's one of the requests that you might get from patrons at the strip club. That was r/choosingbeggars. And if you like this content, check out my podcast where I publish the exact same episodes. Also, hit that subscribe button because I put out new Reddit videos every single day.